Welcome here to Salisbury Oval, round 11 of the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Championship. This game between Salisbury and Adelaide University. My name is Fraser Fife. Joining me, my co-caller Emma Sampson. Emma, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me again. Good to be here.
So these two teams in round 11 currently sitting third and fourth respectively. Salisbury 6 and 4, tied with Adelaide University, who are in fourth position. Salisbury slightly ahead on percentage, but this is two teams, in the thick of the battle here in the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Championship, and potential here for whoever wins this game to potentially leapfrog up a little bit up that ladder. There's not a whole lot separating these teams at the moment, and both coming in with some good form as well.
Yeah, it's been a really good competition this year. I mean, these two teams have beaten each other, and probably Fitzroy and Christie's, and they're all sort of sitting around the mark, so it'll be a really good game today. I'm really excited to call this game.
Yeah, we're just looking at the ladder right now, coming into the tail end of round 11. Morphettville Park currently leading it. They're 8 and 2 at the moment, leading the pack. Christie's Beach behind them, 7 and 4, only 2 points behind on the scoreboard. Then you've got Salisbury, they are 6 and 4, 12 points. Adelaide University behind them, also 6 and 4. You've got Fitzroy behind them at 4 and 6, and then Port Adelaide currently 0 and 11. So at least in that sort of 2 to 4 bracket, plenty of movement could potentially be happening as a result of this game, and both these teams plenty to play for. Morphettville Park, they've slowly started to break away a little bit, but still not a whole lot of a gap between them and Christie's Beach as well. So if a team gets on a bit of a run and is able to get over Morphettville Park, potential there just to give them that little bit of a buffer room as we head in the tail end of the season.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, anyone can still finish top, really, so it just depends how the weeks go and how everyone plays. And this is a really big game to see who can leapfrog potentially to third or second position.
So last week, Fitzroy and Salisbury took each other on. Fitzroy came away with the win, 7-7-49 to Salisbury's 3-9-27. And then for Adelaide University, they took on Port Adelaide, won 9-13-67 to 1-2-8. That was at home for them. So now it's an away game, potential here for them to get a bit of road form, and going up against a quality side in Salisbury who weren't able to come away with the chocolates last week. Potential for them to rebound at home as well. So could be seeing a very good battle here, at least to start it out, as we are ready to go. Adelaide University in the grey, Salisbury in the white and black. First tap going to be in possession of Adelaide University. O'Day with the handball, going right back to Salisbury. Kick by Fry. Just going to go over the head of everyone. Of course, the ground a little bit slippery. Had a little bit of rainfall earlier today. Not a whole lot, so it's not going to cause too many issues, but the ball's going to be a little bit slippery. Kick from Allen. Going towards the pack. Just a little bit of a bounce here, with that ball being that little bit slippery. Potentially some fumbles here early on. Right now, Salisbury just trying to get those taps out. Baxter trying to get the handball out to teammates under pressure. Does so successfully. Gives them a little bit of breathing room. Kick from Tsoumbris. Going to go out into space. Just going to try and boot this one as far as they can. Potentially get numbers up forward. Finds a nice mark. Going to try and play on. A great tackle from Salisbury. Nicole Mark just getting behind them. Now under pressure yet again. Adelaide University still with possession. Pushing towards their forward 50. Kick from Von Bertouch. Kicks it into space. Now Baltrop with it. Kick off the left foot. Bouncing towards the goals. And it will go through for the first goal for Adelaide University.
Yeah, pretty good goal there by Baltrop on the left as well. You happy with that one?
Yeah, tough angle to work with. We get another look at the replay here. Losing her footing just on the transfer, but able to get this one through. And Adelaide University with some good forward momentum here, just to get them started.
Yeah, they did really well there, Adelaide Uni. I mean, Salisbury's tackling pressure was pretty good, but they just got numbers to the contest and finished it off really well. Good start.
And now it'll be up to Salisbury to try and respond. We're only about 3 minutes through this first quarter, so Adelaide University getting on the board early. Tap from Salisbury. Going towards Adelaide University's territory. Not a whole lot of movement here as the ball doesn't go very far. This stoppage work going to be important for both these teams. Being able to win ruck contests going to be so important. Currently University with possession. Here Baxter out the back. Kick off the right foot. Going to take a short bounce. Looking for options. Does get the handball off. Salisbury showing some good tackling pressure. Taken to ground.
Just a bit messy there by Fry. Gave away that one.
And now O'Day with the chance of a free kick. Decides to play backwards a little bit. Just trying to get something going. Baxter playing on. Handball back to her. Kick off the right foot towards the goal square. Nice spoil from Salisbury. Just struggling to get possession right now. Having to play a bit of defence. And a stoppage that will be right out the front of the goal square.
Free kick.
And looks to be a free kick, so it will go in favour of Adelaide University. Alexander Fittridge will get the free kick from right out in front. So some undisciplined play from Salisbury. Potential here just to hurt them here early on. Fittridge, good angle. Looks to be drifting just a little bit, but it will go through for a second goal. Adelaide University now up 2 goals here early on. Less than 4 minutes have passed here in this first quarter, and just some good play from Adelaide University, getting them here on top early. Good kick from Fittridge.
Yeah, no, it's been a really good start by Adelaide Uni, and Salisbury just haven't really been able to get their hands on the ball yet. So important clearance here that they'll want to win and see if they can get some forward momentum.
So 12-0 here early on. Just those stoppages that have really favoured Adelaide University. Salisbury maybe just caught a little bit flat-footed here early. Baxter with possession, trying to get that handball out. Ball does spill out eventually. Adelaide Uni still with possession at the time being. Baxter picks it up under heavy pressure. Kick off the right foot. Going to go right back in favour of Salisbury. Nice mark taken. Kimberly Fry. Sun just starting to stream out here early in the first quarter. Kicks to the contest. Just going to spill out the back. Salisbury with possession now. Kick, going to take a short bounce. Nicely marked from Adelaide University. Just able to stop that probing attempt from Salisbury. Here on the close side wing, trying to find someone who's open. Decides to go for the short option. Nice mark taken. Ellen Diaz Alessandro. Decides to kick into another contest here. Just going to be taken off the hands. Adelaide Uni just trying to get this possession out. Salisbury just need a little bit of momentum. Going to have another stoppage.
Yeah, and Salisbury made a bit of a change this week. Looks like Ash Woodland's playing up forward instead of at centre-half back.
The ball being tapped around. Adelaide Uni with possession at the moment. Just these handballs working out nicely for them. Baxter ends up kicking to a one-on-one contest. Nice mark taken from Taylor. Streaming up forward, potentially a bit of space here. Able to find a nice connection. Mark taken. So Von Burtouch kicking towards the goal square yet again. Ball's just going to be a little bit short. Under pressure now. 2-on-1 in favour of Salisbury. And another stoppage here just right out front yet again. Going to be a free kick for Salisbury. Decides to play on, finds a short option.
Nice switch there.
Nicole Baker telling him to get forward. It's been in Adelaide Uni territory so far for this first quarter. Kicks towards a big contest. O'Day ends up with the ball. A couple of handballs out. And now just kick into space. Potential here. Salisbury with something. No, can't quite get the clean possession. Short kick from Adelaide University towards the goal square. Potentially a bit of run could lead to something here. Able to get the handball out, but straight back into Salisbury's hands. Good luck. Able to find a short kick, and now they've got a chance here to run. Currently, Paige Allen tries to kick into space, and it will go out of bounds on the far side wing.
Yeah, a bit of a waste there by Allen. It looked like she was going to make a good run there, but just couldn't quite hit someone with that kick.
There wasn't a whole lot of options around for her either. The ball going out on the full, which means it will be Adelaide University. Nice kick on that far side wing. Nicely blocked. Baxter yet again, heavily involved. Short kick out. Called play on. Adelaide Uni under pressure right now. O'Day gets it, handball. Just not quite being clean enough, but they're maintaining possession for the time being. Fittridge with the kick. And a nice mark taken just to stop it here from Shea Gunlark.
Yeah, she's a very important player in their back line.
Ball just not quite finding the intended target. Baxter's going to let this one go over.
Yeah, so Gunlark, she reads the ball really well back there and sort of directs everyone around, and she also had a really good year for Sturt in the SNFL.
And you need just someone who's vocal up back, especially if you're under pressure here early, just to give everyone that set job. And currently Salisbury trying to get the possession, but Adelaide University under pressure, immediately just putting them under the pump. At least for right now, ball's mainly been in Adelaide University territory. Salisbury just trying to get this ball out. But luckily the midfield connection for Adelaide University has been pretty solid, just been able to win the lion's share of possession.
Yeah, they've been really strong around the contest and around the stoppages, Adelaide Uni, so Salisbury will need to tighten up a bit in there, I think.
A throw from just outside the 50 for Adelaide University. Tap is going to go in favour of Salisbury, but it looks like we've got a stoppage here. A free kick that's going to go to Adelaide University. Potentially something happening just behind the passage of play. Gives them an opportunity here to probe into their 50. An accurate kick, but can't quite get the mark. Currently Salisbury with possession. Fryer is the one with it at the moment. And it is going to be stopped, and now it's moving further inside Adelaide Uni's 50. Salisbury with possession at the moment, but under pressure. Gunlark yet again. Fryer gets it back to Gunlark. The kick just to clear it out, potentially give them a chance to get something going. Adelaide Uni with plenty of numbers around the ball. They regain possession. Decides to kick just towards the middle of the field. Nice mark taken. Taylor McKay decides to kick. It's going to go just over the intended target. Allows Salisbury just to get possession here, but again, with Adelaide Uni, they've got those numbers towards the midfield, so it leaves Salisbury just a little bit flat-footed, doesn't give them a whole lot of opportunities. Some nice tackling pressure from Adelaide University as well. You can really see they're just controlling the space that Salisbury is able to use, and there's not a whole lot of places for them to move when they do get possession.
Yeah, they're set up really well behind the ball, Adelaide Uni, today.
Yeah, Sonneman's tap goes right back to her, but can't quite get the possession under immediate pressure.
Yeah, Adelaide Uni really look like they've come out to play. Everyone seems up and about, and Salisbury are just a little bit flat-footed at the moment.
You know, they put in a good performance against Port Adelaide last week. I think that's probably given them a good bit of momentum. Salisbury end up falling to Fitzroy in a relatively close game, so maybe that just giving them a good chance. Some good momentum here. O'Day with the kick towards the goal square, under pressure. Currently a 3-on-2, so no calls being made. Looks like that will be going right back to Adelaide University. So it will be Kate Fenton. Decides to palm it off. Quick kick towards the goal, and that one. Just some play from Salisbury at the moment, just not quite getting there. Adelaide University just being a step quicker right now, and so with that free kick there, Fenton had an opportunity to really just kick that through and decided to palm it off to a teammate who was in a better position and just allows them to kick one through pretty easily. Yeah,
unselfish play there by Woody, and a good finish by Taylor. So yeah, I think this is, again, as I said before, another really important centre clearance here. Salisbury just need a bit of an oomph in a way.
We'll see if they can find it, because they haven't done too badly in these taps. It's just been Adelaide University just been able to get that pressure on them, and when you're under pressure you tend to make mistakes as well. Here's Baxter, feints the handoff, able to find it back to her teammate, now to O'Day. Just these short kicks out, and this is really the chance for Salisbury, just with these over kicks in these contests. They go into Salisbury's favour, but it's just what are they able to do from here? Kick's going to be a little bit inaccurate, but still they maintain possession. Potential here with a little bit of run. kicks to a one-on-one contest. Able to get the handball out. Here's Allen. Shows good pace down the wing. Can she do anything with it? She's streaming in towards the 50. Got plenty of space. Kicks towards the goal square. And it is just going to drift right for Salisbury. A beautiful run of play there. Just failing at the last moment. About an inch off going through the goals for Salisbury's first. But that's a bit of momentum there that potentially could just get him going here.
Yeah, a good bit of run there. I mean, Ash Woodland crashed the pack and then really well crumbed, and a good run by Paige Allen there. Just need to finish that one off, unfortunately.
So now Adelaide Uni can send it out from the back. So we've seen a couple of teams struggle with just getting the clean possession out the back, and maybe potential here now that it is in Salisbury's 50. Potential here maybe to get some points on the board. Ball's going to go through yet again for a behind.
Nice smother there.
It's just how Adelaide Uni can do these setups and able to find a target. Nicely marked by Rachel King. Just finding these short targets. Adelaide Uni, they've just been able to get space on their opponents as well in one-on-one play. Just having that little bit of extra pace which has allowed them to really relieve that pressure. Salisbury on the other hand, some short kicks like that, just been unable to secure the marks, puts them under pressure. Adelaide Uni able to get possession yet again.
Yeah, Adelaide Uni's work rate is definitely a lot higher than Salisbury's at the moment, and that's an attitude, and that's something that Salisbury can fix during the game.
Yeah, still plenty of football yet to play, but we're almost just past 6 minutes remaining here in this game, in this quarter, I should say. Salisbury kicks into space, pressure immediately, and just it goes to a 2-on-2 contest, and Adelaide Uni, they've always got someone who's able to spill it out back. Salisbury currently with possession at the moment, trying to get these short handballs out. Kicks towards the 50. It's going to be a one-on-one contest. Going to be interesting. The mark taken by Salisbury. Beautiful mark taken by Ashley Woodland right out front.
Yeah, really good fight there on this wing by Salisbury then. Just to win that ball, it wasn't pretty, but they just kept at it and got the really good kick to Woodland.
Now an opportunity here for Salisbury's first goal of the game. Drifting just a little bit to the left, but it will go through for Salisbury's first goal. An important passage of play there. Currently 2 shots on goal that just went a little bit to the right, and now gives them an opportunity just to get things going here with just under 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, they needed that one, obviously stating the obvious there, but you know, now they can get a bit of momentum and try and go for that 2 in a row.
Yeah, so Adelaide University, 3 goals for them, 3 goals zip for Salisbury, 1 goal 2. So currently 18-8. Tap going in favour of Adelaide University, just drifting towards Salisbury's territory though. They can get some clean handballs out, maybe an opportunity, but no, Adelaide University going to get some good run about them towards their 50. They want to get this one back. Currently with possession. A couple of handballs that just aren't quite clean enough. Allows Salisbury just to regain possession for the time being. Big kick towards the middle of the ground. Going to be a little bit of a foot race here. Holick on it. Trying to chase after it. Adelaide University with some numbers around it as well, but it is going to be taken out over the line. I'm seeing a little bit more midfield battle now over the past couple of minutes. Just a little bit more fight from Salisbury. Adelaide University, you think they've just got a little bit of an advantage here. They've come out aggressive. We know Salisbury are a quality team. And over the course of the game as well, they seem to be a team that takes a little bit of time to get going, but once they do, they are very dangerous. So we'll have to see what they're able to do over the course of this game. Currently the tap out, still in favour of Adelaide University. They've just both teams going with short handballs here early on, just trying to get a little bit more pace out of the midfield and maybe a little bit more of a separation. Big hit by Adelaide University, trying to get it towards their offensive part of the ground.
And you can see now at the contest, I think Tess Baxter actually went off injured, so they've lost that outlet player that she is, which is hurting them a bit out of the contest.
So Salisbury trying to get something going here with just under 3 minutes to go. Adelaide University, they've just got to hold off for a little bit. Salisbury with the last goal. Adelaide managed to put 3 goals on the board to start the first quarter. Things just going a little bit silent over the past couple of minutes. Salisbury now with a little bit of run. Currently Fry under pressure, trying to get the kick off, nicely smothered. Looks like it is going to go in favour of Adelaide University. Currently Rachel King decides to kick this one long. All spilling along the ground and not a whole lot that can be done on that far side wing.
Another free kick, I think. Pointing, yep.
Yeah, so another free kick for Adelaide University, and we saw this at the start of the game for Salisbury, just some free kicks that didn't go in their favour, just allowing Adelaide University that second chance to really set themselves up to get those numbers up forward. Nice little bit of back and forth here.
Yeah, Salisbury want to work hard here in the last minute and a half not to give away another goal this quarter.
And some big hits being done out of the ruck for Adelaide University. It is a territory game right now. Now they've got some numbers streaming up forward, just outside of the goal square. If they can get an accurate mark, no mark paid. No, it is going to be paid for Adelaide University. Nice mark taken. This will be Nadia von Bertouch. So potential here, you said that Salisbury didn't want to give up another goal. Potential here for Adelaide University to put another one on the board.
Yeah, nice strong mark there by Von Berto. And she's a pretty long kick, so she definitely have the distance in her.
See what she's able to do. Distance is achievable. Angle's not too bad. Kick is looking pretty good, and it will be through for Adelaide University's 4th goal of this quarter. And they are looking very, very strong here early on. Salisbury able to bring it back just a little bit, but Adelaide University, they wanted to keep that buffer, and with about 30 seconds left here in the first quarter, they do so.
Yeah, and I think it's Taylor McKay in the ruck. She's just been belting it forward, and that's sort of given them that 20 metre so that they get a bit of separation now that they don't have that sort of back feed option at the moment.
Yeah, not a whole lot of finesse from her out of the ruck. It's just hit it long and hope that someone's able to get to it. And so far it's been working for Adelaide Uni.
Yeah, they've just got the speed, I think, over Salisbury at the moment, so that's a good option in the ruck.
We know Salisbury have some pace, but they just haven't exactly shown it so far in this first quarter. Adelaide Uni's just been very, very solid, as that will mark the end of the first quarter. Adelaide Uni 4-0-24 to Salisbury's 1-2-8. And after a pretty dominant sort of 10 minutes or so, Salisbury just able to come back a little bit more neutral so far as the quarter went on. But just at the moment, Adelaide Uni just showing a little bit more fight.
Yeah, they're all over it around the contest at the moment. They've probably smashed Salisbury in the clearances. But, you know, a good fight back towards the end of that first quarter by Salisbury. They'll be really disappointed that they gave away that goal right at the end, just before quarter time.
So Salisbury at the moment home ground, and you know, usually that's an advantage. We haven't seen too much in the way of massive home field advantage. Maybe Morphettville Park, although you know they're the top team in the comp, so you don't want to give too much credit to the ground when they are the most talented team in the comp right now. But you know, this field got plenty of space to work with horizontally as well. It just allows that space. It really seems to be working out in favour of Adelaide University, in the fact that they're able to get that separation up forward as well. And you know, it's been a more one-on-one contest than anything else throughout this game, and so far it's really been favouring them, and just able to get that first step forward has just allowed them that extra space, and haven't had a whole lot of contested possession in their forward 50. They've had 3 players who are running alongside. It's just those quick handballs that they're able to really cheat out Salisbury defenders and get those kicks on goal.
Yeah, they've definitely got quite an open forward line, which is working well with their quick ball movement, and their skills have been a lot better than Salisbury's at this stage as well. But in saying that, I don't think Salisbury would have had half as much possessions as Adelaide Uni had in that first quarter. So they'll just want to get their hands on the ball in the next quarter and see if they can start pegging that scoreboard.
And really, with the scoring opportunities that Salisbury had, they were very, very close to being goals on those 2 occasions that they went through for a behind. So, they got some very good run out of Paige Allen along that wing. If they can just get someone to help her out, to have someone up forward who she's able to kick to, which we saw finally with the first points that Salisbury were able to get on the board. Salisbury, they can get some run about them as well. We haven't exactly seen a whole lot out of them this quarter. I think a lot of the focus has been on what Adelaide Uni's been able to do, but Salisbury, a dangerous team, and the quarter time break, a chance for them to regroup and potentially get something going here. But with Tess Baxter potentially being out, as you were talking about, one of the major catalysts out of the midfield for Adelaide Uni to get something going. You've got to take those opportunities out of the ruck. If someone goes out who is a major difference maker, you've got to be able to capitalise on those opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely.
And their defensive pressure, so if they can just get those marks and allow themselves to get that space, that just gives them a little bit more time to make some decisions up forward, hopefully we'll see them be able to cut this lead down a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. And I think Salisbury, they're missing Woodland's run out of defence. She's actually playing up forward today, and she's played a fair bit of this season and the SNFL season at centre half back. So she's someone that gives them a bit of drive out of their defence, and they don't quite seem to have that at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see what the coach does, and if he does put her back or if he sticks with her up forward, because as we saw, she was pretty dangerous up forward. It's just getting her the supply that's been the issue. Yeah,
I was going to say, with her up forward, she's been a very good target that Salisbury have been able to have, but they just haven't been able to get it to her to be able to capitalise. So I think maybe if they're getting those limited offensive opportunities, it's more if it means that you're not getting a whole lot of opportunities and you're playing a lot of your football defensively and out back. And it's like, do you want her out back where she's able to maybe stop that run, or when you eventually get those opportunities up forward, do you want her there to be able to win the lion's share of those sorts of opportunities? So it's going to be an interesting tactic as to what they decide to do, whether she stays up forward or whether there's going to be an eventual shift out back. But at least for Salisbury right now, we can see that they need some more scoring opportunities, because Adelaide University, they've capitalised. They've got 4 goals. They haven't kicked any behinds. The majority of the quarter was spent in their offensive end. So we'll have to see how Salisbury are able to attack out of the midfield.
I even wouldn't mind seeing them put Woodland in the midfield for a little bit. She's quite agile, quite quick, and wins a contested ball. And she's got a really good kick on her. So who knows? Maybe they'll chuck her in there for a few minutes.
As you go more towards sort of positionless football, and especially here when you've got multi-sport athletes as well. I mean, if you're in a position, why not try it out, see how it goes? And Solomon trying to get that tap out. Now Salisbury do have a little bit of run here, nicely kicked by Pavlovic. Adelaide Uni just out the back, able to mitigate it for the time being. Some run being shown from Salisbury at the very least. All kick back towards the midfield, trying to get that possession. Under pressure is Mark. Gets the handball out in time. Maybe we'll see if the right-hand side is the scoring end as they do swap. Adelaide Uni with possession at the moment, taking the ground. I believe it's Sumbris.
Yeah, in the orange boots.
It's been very good so far. Just out the back for Adelaide University. Solomon wins the tap, able to get it to a teammate, but under pressure, that tackling pressure from Adelaide University, just stopping that run for the time being, and Sumbris will get the free kick.
Yep, great tackle there and a good chase, and she's a very good player on their half-back line.
It kicks out towards the far side wing, plenty of players around it. Adelaide University just holding on at the moment. Able to get the handball off. They've just got those players up forward, able to really get those short kicks off, and the handball seem to be working pretty effectively for them.
Yeah, and they're just hitting their targets with their kicks as well. Very accurate kicking, and it is pretty blustery here, so good skills.
And able to get the kick on. Now Adelaide University right out in front, and the kick is going to go through for another goal. Von Bertuch adds another one to her tally, and so far Adelaide University 5-0 so far, and a nice mark taken, and then just the wherewithal to play on. No one really around, and that was pretty close to potentially drifting a little bit left. You can see the look on her face was just, oh no, what have I done? But it went through, and Adelaide University had another goal to their tally.
Yeah, she looked like she was about to be a bit upset with herself, but just snuck it in. Well done.
And not a whole lot of pressure there. Salisbury were really depending on able to keep it in front of them during that contest. And unfortunately for them, just the height of Von Bertas just proving a little bit too much. Salisbury with a chance to regather here. Showed some good start in the first couple of minutes. It's just going to be these sorts of kicks where they're able to really get that pressure going to provide some solid competition. Looks more like a rugby game at the moment. Ball just spilling out. Just going to be a stoppage here. Free kick going to go to Adelaide University. Currently Paxton Matner with a chance out the back, searching for options around her. Side, she's going to go pretty long. Kicks towards a contest, able to find a nice target. And this is just what Adelaide University's been able to do better so far than what Salisbury has done, in just being able to find those longer targets as well. Able to regain a lot of territory. Nice spoil from Salisbury. Quick couple of handballs out. Currently Gibson goes back towards Salisbury. Nicely taken. Just these sort of situations for Salisbury, just can't quite get the clean pick up off the handball. Just allows Adelaide University time to get back and potentially set themselves up in these sorts of tackles as well. Put Salisbury under a lot of pressure. Finally the whistle's called. A free kick to Adelaide University yet again. Decides to kick more towards the far side wing, finding some shorter options. Adelaide Uni just starting to set up some numbers up forward. Couldn't quite get the clean mark, but currently ball with Adelaide University. Currently going down. So I believe Walker just lost their footing a little bit there, allowed them a little bit of daylight, but another free kick here.
Yeah, just a few undisciplined frees, like just holding on a bit long, so Salisbury just need to clean that up as well.
Walker with a second opportunity here to find a teammate. Decides to kick horizontally. Short option towards D'Alessandro. Adelaide Uni, a team that's not afraid to play on either, but just trying to get it towards their 50. Big handball off to O'Day, who's tackled to ground, but the ball is able to get out in time. D'Alessandro falling to the ground, but able to get the handball out. Sonneman trying to get some pressure on it as well. Free kick going in favour of Salisbury. Currently Culhane. Now they've got an opportunity here. Can they do the same as what Adelaide University's done so far? Just haven't quite found the targets they need to be able to set up properly. Now disciplined play costing them yet again. Just Salisbury, they've been able to get these sorts of possessions, the ball on the ground, and been able to dive on top of it, but they just haven't had the players that have been able to get that ball out and get that space that they need.
Yeah, Adelaide Uni are just working a lot harder still, and I think that's the main difference, and obviously their skills are very clean today as well.
And the ground has well and truly dried up from the little rainfall that we had prior to the start of the game, and just allows that little bit more cleaner ball skills. And towards the middle of the field yet again, and not a whole lot of movement.
Slowly moving it towards their forward line.
Slowly but surely. Sonneman tried the big tap, nicely smothered. Only O'Day taken to ground. Salisbury just need the opportunity here to get something going. They've been able to at least stop Adelaide University just for these past couple of minutes, playing a little bit more in the midfield. Just need an opportunity here, but Adelaide University just been so good so far. Even with the loss of Baxter in that midfield, just being able to get the ball out, it's a little bit more even, but Salisbury just have been unable to find that catalyst that they need to be able to get a little bit of space.
Yeah, they just can't seem to break a line at the moment. They're just quick kicks that sort of don't really hit up anyone or a really high kick. So they just need to clean that up and try and win some contested ball.
Yeah, Salisbury's just been trying to kick towards the contest and hoping that it goes to someone or spills out the back and has a little bit of potential. Adelaide Uni just showing a little bit more with the shorter kicks. Whistle blown by the umpire. Free kick to Adelaide University. Free kicks definitely in favour of them so far in this game. Just that undisciplined play you were talking about earlier, just costing Salisbury so far early in this game. Nice mark taken. Just allows Baltrop now an opportunity. It's going to be a tough angle. Distance potentially achievable, but maybe an opportunity to search for a shorter option more towards that centre half forward role.
Yeah, Salisbury just really missing Woodland in defence. Her agility and her speed and the way that she can read the ball.
Oh, big kick towards the goal square, but it is going to drift just right for a behind. Adelaide University's first behind in this game.
Yeah, Uni have got Bomberto and Baltrop down there, and they're both quite tall and really good in the air. So they don't really have the matchups for those two.
Now Salisbury with a chance out back to potentially set something up here, but no, it's going to go right back in favour of Adelaide University. This is exactly what Salisbury didn't want to happen. Now the ball just spilling towards the goal square. A lot of pressure here for Salisbury. They just need to get this ball out. They just need to be able to reset, but Adelaide University, they've got plenty of numbers. They were set up out back.
Yeah, they set up that wall nicely, Adelaide Uni. It's really hard to get it out of their forward line.
Just the ball skills from Salisbury, just missing that half a step that they need. Just trying to clear this one out, and it is going to go out of bounds.
And that's where they've got to go a bit wider. See, she actually had a bit of space out there when they cleared it out, but when they kick more central, that's where Adelaide Uni is setting up and getting ready for the repeat entry. And
they've just had those little fumbles as well in situations that have just allowed Adelaide University to gain that extra step on them. And as we see, their tackling has been so good throughout this game. The onus has been on Salisbury to really try and gain that possession. And just the structure hasn't quite worked out for them. And Adelaide Uni now O'Day with a short kick under pressure. Going to go over the head of their target and going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, Adelaide Uni just looked really hungry today. I mean, I wouldn't have called them a tackling side probably last year, but they have really improved in that area, and their pressure around the ball has been fantastic today.
And we saw with Salisbury as well, a game that, of course, they fell to Fitzroy last week, but put in a very good performance against Christie's Beach, and just starting to think now maybe just losing a little bit here against, as you said, a very hungry Adelaide University side.
I think it's very undisciplined this time, so they gave away the free and the 25. So
I think maybe it's just that frustration getting to them as well, just trying that little bit harder, just causing that undisciplined play. It's just allowing Adelaide University to continue to get some good quality shots on goal. A decent angle here, definitely achievable, and the kick through looks to be pretty good, and it is. Allows Adelaide University their 6th goal of the game, as they continue to put points on the board. That was Adele Gibson off the free kick. Pretty straight, pretty clean. Not a whole lot more you need to say about that one.
Yeah, and they've been very accurate every time they've gone down there, to only kicking the one behind. So they're just making the most of their opportunities. They're winning the contests and obviously being a lot more disciplined than Salisbury at the moment.
We'll have to see what Salisbury is able to do as an answer, because we are more than halfway through this second quarter. We've seen the halftime break can potentially bring a little bit of a change, but you think home ground and coming off some good performances, one that hasn't exactly gone their way, but they're still well and truly in the hunt in the Division 1 Championship. Adelaide University, they have come out to play, and they are showing exactly why they are a dangerous team in this competition. It's just going to be up to Salisbury to get these sorts of opportunities to really start going in their favour. They need to be able to pull off some good tackles. Just allows O'Day to regather possession. All being called from Salisbury, but no call from the umpire.
Good tackle there to hold her up.
It's just a couple of those tackles which they've just sort of lost that final grip that they need, and just allows Adelaide Uni a chance to get the kick off, or whether it be the handball, just something. A kick along the turf. Nice tackle from Salisbury. They just need to show a little bit more conviction in those tackles. Just really, even if it is stoppages, they're able to win the stoppages. They just need to get something going momentum-wise. Have not scored so far in this quarter.
Yeah, they haven't really got it past halfway either, I don't think.
It's been tough going for them. Bit of a snatch out here for Adelaide Uni. Short kick by O'Day, able to find a target. Now Fittridge, got a bit of space. Kicks from just outside the 50, trying to find the target, going to bounce a little bit short. Still with an opportunity here. Walker kicks towards the goal, and it is just going to drift to the right. As Adelaide Uni put another point on the board, second behind for them on the game, but Fittridge there had plenty of daylight in front of her. Kick was just a little bit short.
Yeah, and Taylor did really well to just knock that one on and almost got the goal assist.
And now Salisbury again kicking towards a contest, and it's just going to go in favour of Adelaide University as they get possession, not necessarily going to be clean. Salisbury's handballs just haven't quite been there. Nice tackle taken to ground. Wow.
That was a hard tackle. I think she might have hit her head when she landed.
It looked like it. Hopefully she's all right. Looks to be getting up pretty quickly. That's what Salisbury, even if it is a big tackle or just something to go their way. Now they've got a little bit of space, kicks towards the open space, but it is going to go over the head of just about everyone. Adelaide Uni's got some setup out back, but now it's currently Paige Allen. We've seen she's got plenty of pace, but can't quite get the clean pickup. Allows Adelaide University just to regain possession for the time being. At least the ball's moved into Salisbury's territory for the first time, and I think in this quarter, get another look at the tackle here and just thrown to ground. And those sorts of tackles, they can be dangerous. We've seen a couple of injuries that have come as a result of those sorts of tackles, but luckily in this case, not really an injury.
Yeah, it wasn't really a sling tackle, but her arms were pinned so she couldn't break her fall. And Salisbury are locking it in here, which is good for them. Try and get a score from being inside their 50.
Yeah, almost down to 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Salisbury just needs something to go their way. As the kick going back the other way. Adelaide Uni searching for those options. Able to find a shorter one as they just continue, and all that territory gain that Salisbury have made in the past 30 seconds or so. Now it's just going to go back to Adelaide University. Von Bertouch with the kick. It's going to go through. And no, it's just going to miss to the right, taking an unfortunate bounce.
Could have kept running, I reckon. Had a few bounces.
Well, considering that was the tackle which happened just about 2 minutes ago, and now she gets a pretty quality shot on goal. Just shows Adelaide University, they have come out to play in this game.
Yeah, that was really good ball movement from their back line, and that's the difference. They've not allowing Salisbury to set up behind the ball and lock it in their forward line.
And Salisbury just need to find some shorter options up forward, because these kicks have not worked out in their favour. Mark is going to be paid here.
Yeah, good mark by Woods there.
Now Woods' kick was relatively accurate, but Adelaide University has some numbers around there. Ball's eventually going to spill out. Potential here, we were talking about what Salisbury were able to do defensively. Haven't had a whole lot of opportunity for players up forward. Tap going to be made, and free kick is going to be paid. Allows Sonneman a chance here. Goes for the big kick towards the close side wing. Plenty of players around it though as it goes out. You just think here with Salisbury, that what Adelaide University, they've been able to get that separation. Salisbury have just not been able to match it. Just forces them to kick into some unfavourable situations. Sonneman with the tap, goes back towards a teammate in Tsumbris. O'Day with the handball out. Just able to regain possession is Salisbury. Gunluck with the kick. Kicks it out towards Plowman. In a bit of a foot race here with Edwards. Able to get possession. Gets the handball out. And now they've got a little bit of run potential here for Salisbury. Kick's going to go along the turf. Nice kick towards the goal square. Adelaide Uni, they've got some numbers in defence. They've got some good tackling, and they're able just to stop this opportunity. Allows just a little bit more of a structured setup.
Yeah, they get the stoppage here, Salisbury, so they'll try and get a score here.
Yeah, they need something here in this second quarter. It has all been Adelaide University's way.
Oh, they've got a free in front of goal here.
I believe it is Shaylee O'Brien. So an opportunity here. Give Salisbury some more points on the board. They're 1-2 at the moment.
Yeah, they've worked pretty hard in this, especially in this second half of this quarter, so they'll want to get this one and keep themselves in the game.
O'Brien's kick is just going to be a little bit short, but maybe an opportunity here. Now Adelaide University, they've got the numbers. Kick's going to fall a little bit short as well, so maybe an opportunity here for Salisbury if they're able to regain possession. Adelaide University, their kicks have just been able to stop them right now. Solomon able with possession at the moment, does get the handball off to her teammate Gunlark, who hasn't been able to do a whole lot in this quarter, now starting to make her presence known for Salisbury. 2-on-1 competition now. Adelaide University just with the cleaner ball skills, been able to pick up ones like that. Kick going to go towards Sonneman, maybe an opportunity here. And not a whole lot of movement beyond that. Still inside the 50 for Salisbury. Still with the opportunity, Sonneman with the grab. Handball's going to hit the ground and not a whole lot of movement. As the clock winding down to a minute remaining here in the second quarter, Salisbury, they're running out of time to get something over the goal line. Now Adelaide University able to get the clean handball out and the kick. Kick from Gibson, able to gain plenty of ground. Currently now Walker trying to get it out.
Clever.
Gets it out to the teammate. Now these handballs that have worked out so well for them. Kick from Gibson. Tries to get it towards her teammate. Nicely blocked from Salisbury. Whistle call.
Oh, that's an unlucky one there.
Just a bit of undisciplined play yet again. Just costing Salisbury right now. I said a bit of a closer call for them, but for Adelaide University set themselves up nicely. Adele Gibson with another opportunity here. Potentially give Adelaide University some points. Just to the siren.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the distance here. It's a pretty big kick.
Not a whole lot of players towards that goal line as they're slowly drifting back. Maybe an opportunity hit off the hands and it'll go through for a behind. As there is the half-time siren. Currently Adelaide University 40, Salisbury 8. And what has been a pretty dominant first half of this game, second quarter as well. Salisbury showed a little bit of fight back towards those final few minutes, but just couldn't get it through the goalposts and the goal line to get something across. So they go scoreless here in this second quarter. And for Adelaide University, they just keep piling it on. As we said, they have come out to play.
Yeah, I mean, Salisbury definitely upped the ante a little bit then, but Adelaide Uni just had all the answers. Their work rate is a lot higher. When they kick to space, their player looks faster. And then they're really dangerous up forward. So it's going to be pretty tough from here for Salisbury, but like we said, you never know what happens after half-time. There's still, 2 more quarters to go.
Yep.
So
still plenty of football yet to play, but at half-time we are going to go to a half-time break to hear from our sponsors. You are watching the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 competition. We'll be back after the break.
Hello and welcome to this JMSC Josh Maitai Strength and Conditioning Information Series. In this series that's going to be running throughout the season, we're going to be covering injury prevention, load management, foundation strength, power, and basically strength and conditioning for female footballers. I hope you enjoy what we're about to show you and you take something from it that you can then implement with yourself or your teams. Enjoy. All right, today we want to talk about foundation strength. So when I talk about foundation strength, what I mean is these basic strength required throughout the hips and spine that help stabilize the body and prepare you for loading and for gameplay. So basically the things we do with the foundation strength, we're looking at forwards and backwards, side to side, and also that rotational foundation strength. Exercises include squatting, hip thrusting, deadlifts, pushing, pulling, rotating or anti-rotation first and foremost, and also lunge variations. So we are talking forwards and backwards, and like I said, those lateral ones as well. In regards to this, the reason we want to have that foundation strength, not just forwards and back, but also side to side, is that most injuries occur in the frontal planes, so side to side plane, and the transverse or rotation plane. It's very rare you'll see an injury going this way or occurring from an impact forwards and backwards. So foundation strength laterally and in the transverse plane is essential. So basically the way we would program this, start of pre-season, we focus on strength. As we get into the end of pre-season, we're looking at minimizing strength, increasing power, and then throughout the season, we look at a balance of both. Once again, within that 10 to 15% load ranges we discussed in previous videos. Thank you for watching our latest episode. If you wish to minimize yourself or your players' risk of injury or take their strength and power to the next level, be sure to check out our website or contact myself or one of our trainers for further information. See you again next week.
It really doesn't matter whether you're serious with your footy, amateur or recreational. Wakefield Sports Clinic can provide all the assistance you require for the treatment, management and the prevention of sports injuries. We are your one-stop shop with access to the best range of sports medicine specialists, including sports doctors, orthopaedic surgeons, physiotherapists, podiatrists, sports psychologists, sports nutritionists and massage therapists. At the Wakefield Sports Clinic, we are trusted with the care of many of the nation's best athletes. Our doctors and surgeons are part of the medical teams for the Adelaide Crows, Olympic and Commonwealth Games teams, the Matildas, Australian Beach Volleyball Team, Adelaide United, Norwood Football Club and Netball SA. You may be aware of the high incidences of ACL injuries. The great news is that there are injury prevention programs that have been well proven to prevent up to 50% of lower limb injuries. Ask us how to implement an injury prevention program at your club today. Don't ignore symptoms of concussion. Wakefield Sports Clinic provides a service for the initial and ongoing assessment of concussion. Wakefield Sports Clinic offers immediate access to our group of skilled doctors who will diagnose and determine the best course of action for dealing with your concussion. Please call our clinic at 1800 888 925 to find out more information, or head to our website at wakefieldsports.com.au. We'll take you from game over to game on.
Played and the umpires agree, and Herbert will go back on goal. Going still back to Garros.
That's filthy! Filthy!
That basket was
Butler over in the corner.
bit of a nice fend off ball coming back out. Adelaide University now snap kick off the right through.
With the big set around, way up that way, and she's safe! And the class of these players, Hodges, unstoppable.
Pressure throws underneath, and now we're still going to get some yards after the catch. Burford does very well. He will make it there.
Bases loaded.
He gets towards left, doesn't have the distance. It does!
Yes, there's just a little shovel shot down towards us. Just knows where the fielders aren't.
Welcome back here to Salisbury Oval. Half-time between Salisbury and Adelaide Uni in the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 competition. Special thanks to our sponsors, Josh Maitai Strength and Conditioning, and also Wakefield Sports Clinic. Josh Maitai, he is running in-season performance management sessions, of course, for strength and power development for the athletes coming into this part of the season. Of course, strength and conditioning, two of the most important parts of being a professional athlete, and he is running those in-season performance sessions. So if you are interested, you can see what he has to offer. JMSC, Josh Maitai Strength and Conditioning on Facebook, also jmsc.com.au, and also at Josh Maitai on Instagram. So special thanks to JMSC, Josh Maitai Strength and Conditioning, and also our other sponsor, Wakefield Sports Clinic, for what they've been able to do in putting these broadcasts on. Of course, special thanks to Spacequake Sports as well. But Fraser Fife and Emma Sampson here at halftime. Adelaide University currently holding a pretty commanding lead so far in this game. They have looked very, very solid. And over the halftime break, I'm sure not a whole lot that need to get done. As you can see, Kale with 50 games for Adelaide University has got some good stuff going on here at this game. And right now, she's had a good game herself. And Adelaide University setting themselves up very nicely for the second half.
Yeah, definitely. They got off to a flyer. They kicked 3 goals in like the first 5 minutes. So, and they haven't really looked back from there. They've definitely been a lot cleaner. They're working harder around the ground, hitting their targets, and they've got a very good forward line as well. That unfortunately, Salisbury just don't have the matchup for some of them in their forward line.
Yeah, it's just they're not necessarily doing anything wrong. I mean, of course, the handballs have just been a little bit off, and you know, when you're off by just a little bit, it can cause these issues where they're under pressure. But there's nothing glaringly wrong with how they're playing the game. It's just compared to what Adelaide Uni have been able to do, it's just not cutting the mustard. Yeah,
and they're really missing Britt Perry in the midfield, who is a really good user of the ball. You know, hits her targets 9 times out of 10. Her pace as well to get out of a pack. So they need someone in there that can break that line and give them a bit of run from their midfield.
Well, we've seen Paige Allen at least out on the wings providing a little bit of that pace, but hasn't been able to find many targets up forward because Salisbury's had to commit so many numbers up back to just try and stop Adelaide University from scoring. It means when they finally do get the ball, it's just causing them that issue in being able to find those targets up forward. And you can see a little bit of what's on the whiteboard there in relation to what they need to do. It's, you know, getting those switches on the run and that which they haven't really done a whole lot of. They've mainly used the one side of the field and maybe kick towards the midfield if they really need to. But just at the moment, those kicks being a little bit off, the handballs just being a little bit off. Hopefully in the second half, they've got a chance to really start pushing in and making a cut into that current 32-point deficit. But at the moment, they've got to go up against a side at the moment that is looking very, very good and is making very efficient use of the ball.
Yeah, and Salisbury have been one of the highest scorers as well this season, so 5 goals in 2 quarters. You know, it's definitely achievable. It's just, can they come out with the right attitude and can they come out and win some of these 50-50 contests and get a bit of good ball use into Ash Woodland at centre-half forward.
Well, for Uni, who scored 9-13 last week against Port Adelaide, who are now starting to find some form as well. They've had some good opportunities, and I'd say while they're still currently, you know, at the bottom of the ladder, their game has really improved over what they've been able to do, say, round 1, and they're slowly starting to round into a team that is going to challenge in future years. But for Adelaide Uni, putting up 67 points, I don't care who the opposition is, that's an impressive number.
Yeah, and I played in that game last week. They definitely looked really good last week, and they're really building towards finals. I think they had a slow start this season after winning the grand final last year. Lost a few players to the VFL and a few AFLW players. But yeah, they're starting to really gel as a team and moving the ball really well now, and they've got their really good targets up forward as well, so looking complete.
Well, one more half yet to go. Tap from Sonneman, going to be a double tap and go right into the hands of Salisbury. Currently Paige Allen, we're just talking about the pace that she provides for Salisbury, able to get the kick out towards some targets. Now Salisbury with the kick towards the goal, and it is going to drift just to the left. Salisbury trying to get some points on the board early. Kick just going to be a little bit off from Shaylee O'Brien.
Good start there though. At least they moved the ball quickly and looked very dangerous.
It's done that the past 2 quarters, just been able to really get a surprise run out, but just haven't been able to capitalise both times. It just allows Adelaide University the chance to set up out back, They go for those big kicks towards the far side wing, and they're not afraid to kick to the one-on-one contest either.
No, and you wouldn't be when you've probably won, you know,
a majority of them.
Majority, yep. And this is a really good ruck contest between these two, very evenly matched.
And McKay and Sonneman, two very good users of the ball, and got that size and height in the ruck as well, which makes it a very even matchup.
Yeah, both quite physical players as well, so it'll be good to watch.
Currently O'Day able to gain possession, gets the clean pick up. The kick's just going to be a little bit short. Going to cause a little bit of a fight here on the turf. Who's going to be able to get this one? Adelaide University have the numbers advantage. Just trying to get a couple of handballs out. We've seen the undisciplined players cost Salisbury a few times. The tackling from Adelaide University been pretty solid.
Yeah, just snuck up on her, didn't she?
And they do get the free kick here. Just allows them that time to get those numbers up forward. Tries to go for the big kick towards centre half forward inside the 50 now. Adelaide University, they've been very, very dangerous over the course of this game, being able to capitalise on these opportunities. Considering they started, it was 5 goals straight. Since then, they've put on another 3 goals for. Sonneman's kick, just going to come off the boot a bit awkwardly, but play's got to be called back. Free kick is going to go to Adelaide University.
Yeah, and Boltrop's got quite a long leg as well, so she looks like she's going to have a shot here.
I wasn't quite sure what the free kick was for on that one, but it's been called a free kick regardless. And I think Salisbury have had maybe 2 over the course of this game. Adelaide Uni probably sitting up around the 10 mark over the course of this game. Just those free kicks really costing Salisbury.
Yeah, they've given up quite a few inside their defence as well. Just given Adelaide Uni a few free shots at goal.
Big kick, it's going to be tapped over the line. Almost made the distance. It just allows another point on the board for Adelaide University. To see how Salisbury can set up out back. They need to get the players that need to commit up forward and just really find some options. Slowly starting to get some accurate kicking. Kicks out towards the contest. Going to overcook the kick a little bit. Just allows the ball to be hit towards the wing. But those first couple of kicks, I mean, we've seen with Salisbury, at least when they've been kicking out from their own goal, not a whole lot of players have been coming in to allow that shorter kick. They've been trying to kick out towards the 50 line, and it's just allowed Adelaide University the chance to really regain possession. Kicks to a one-on-one contest. Again, the ball just going to go over the target, allow Salisbury a chance here. Just allows Paige Allen to get some pace. She's done this plenty of times in this game, but just needs to find a target. Continues to run pretty much the length of the field. Gets to about halfway and then finally has to kick it off. And a nice mark taken there by Taylor McKay. Just basically shrugs off the potential tackle.
Doesn't look like she knows where she is.
Bit of a rough one. I think it was Madison Freeman who ended up getting the tail end of that. Just kicks it towards the 50. And just at the moment, Adelaide University trying to drift it towards their forward 50. You think with Salisbury, they just want to get a clearance out of here. Sonneman able to regain that possession. Has to handball it out under pressure. And a big kick taken by Kimberly Fry. Able to get the kind bounce, maybe a potential here. We've already seen that Paige Allen, she's probably used a lot of her stamina in that last passage of play. Just has to get that quick kick out. Just needs to find some options here. Kick's not going to quite be enough, and whistle is going to go. Another free kick to Adelaide University.
Thought she kicked that, but anyway.
Thought it maybe just came off the boot a little bit awkwardly, but anyway, play will continue. Salisbury with possession now. Kicks towards a one-on-one competition. O'Brien with the kick off the right foot is just going to drift a little bit to the right for a behind. A good effort. They almost got it through the uprights, but unfortunately for them, kicks have been a little bit off so far in this game. It just allows those opportunities that Salisbury have had, just haven't been able to capitalise on them.
Yeah, and a lot of their kicks for goal have been from quite wide as well, which is credit to Adelaide Uni's defence, and they're pushing them wide and not allowing them to have the corridor. So it makes kicking goals a little bit harder.
So Sumbrus out back. Decides to go for a nice kick towards the line. No one can quite get this possession yet. Salisbury just trying to get it out. If they can get an opportunity here. Of course, they're currently just a little bit behind on the points, as you can see on your screen, but maybe an opportunity here just to give them a little bit of momentum. The handballs from Adelaide University, they've been so good in this game. Just maybe an opportunity for Salisbury here. Kick off the right foot, looks to be pretty good, and Nicole Baker has got it through for Salisbury's second goal of the game.
That was just really strong in the contest by Baker there, and just stood up in the tackle, and then a great finish as well with the snap.
And again, that's usually something we've seen from Salisbury, and just that tackle from Adelaide University not quite coming off as clean, so Day couldn't quite get the wrap around, and Baker just with that little bit of daylight able to get something going. And maybe just a little bit of a turnaround here for Salisbury.
Yeah, and she's a classy player. Nicole Baker played a really good season with Sturt as well. So, you know, they'll want her to keep lifting in this game and lead from the front.
So an opportunity that goes in Salisbury's favour. Now we reset towards the middle. They need a couple more of those goals to make it interesting. I think just Salisbury have shown some good effort, considering usually when a team goes down early, you can see a little bit of that flatness come into effect, and just having players who are there to be able to really rally the team and get that effort going is important as well. So if they can just get a little bit of confidence about them and know that, you know, this is a team that can put a lot of points on the board as well.
Yeah, they've held up Adelaide Uni pretty well this quarter. They haven't let them get too many easy runs.
It's been a little bit more neutral so far in this third quarter than what we saw in the first half.
Oh, and a 25, so that was a bit undisciplined by Adelaide Uni this time, not giving the ball back on the full.
Yeah, Anne Burns being charged with that just allows Salisbury that opportunity to move the ball up. Of course, having that territory so important just allows Claire Berry an opportunity here to potentially get something up forward. Big kick towards the goal line. Just going to try and find maybe a little bit of a high tackle. Yeah, and it is going to be called, so allows Salisbury an opportunity here to get something right through the goalposts.
Yeah, and she's tried really hard all day, Colhane. Attacks the ball really hard, and that time she's had her head over the ball and drew the free kick as well, so good play there.
So almost right out in front, kick off the right foot is going to drift a little bit to the right yet again. They just seem to be missing just that little bit off. The radar hasn't quite been there.
Yeah, and when you're behind by this much, they're the ones that you've really got to take, so she'll be pretty disappointed with that, but you know, at least they're getting it in there and they're giving themselves a chance.
Yeah, they've had a lot more scoring opportunities so far in this second half of the game than pretty much what they had all the first half. So at least some positive signs being shown for them. They just need to be able to capitalise on these sorts of opportunities. And opportunities like this as well. Berry's kick, it's going to be a high searching one. Nice mark taken by Tsumbrus. Maybe a second opportunity here. Kicks towards the same spot and kicks it right back into Salisbury hands. Now an opportunity here. Can they go find a short option? And they do so successfully.
This is Hollick, who was on the Crows list in the first year of the AFLW.
Well, looks like she may go for the kick here. Plenty setting up just in that goal line. A decent angle, decent distance, kick off the right foot, drifting a little bit, gonna fall a bit short. See who can come out this one. Bit of a 50-50 play at the moment. Under pressure, both teams trying to get this one out. Some nice tackling being shown. Adelaide University trying to get this ball out. Fenton with the handball out, just the clearance at the moment, still plenty of danger here. Adelaide University under a bit of pressure now. Salisbury trying to get something going. The stoppage here, just able to clear it out for the time being.
Okay, mate. Yeah, cheers, good to see you.
At least we're seeing a bit of fight from Salisbury here. Currently the tap from Burns, kick along the ground. these sorts of opportunities. Now Adelaide University is slowly starts drifting towards their 50. Cowan with good luck. Trying to get that handball, wasn't exactly clean. Whistle being blown. And a free kick that's going to go towards Salisbury. A kick from Nicole Mark, trying to find space.
Here she goes again.
Yep, Paige Allen has possession, being chased. Decides to kick it off a little bit early. And goes right into the hands of Adelaide University.
A nice mark there by Paxton Ratner, who played in the state under-18s this year.
Just kicks it towards the far side wing. Running after it, Rachel King. And Salisbury, maybe a second opportunity here. Berry with the long kick. It's going to go just a little bit further than she would have wanted. Just allows the opportunity. Sumbris's kick is going to go right into the hands of Salisbury. Unfortunately, Murphy's kick just couldn't quite find the middle posts.
I think that one would have stung a bit.
That would have stung a lot.
Right into the guts.
As you can see, Sumbris's kick, pretty good. Just found right into the hands. So just some unfortunate goal kicking from Salisbury. They've had way more opportunities so far in this third quarter than they've had pretty much the first half of the game, but just missing a little bit. It's just caused it at the moment. Currently, 2 goals, 6 for Salisbury.
The ball went over the fence, so new ball here. Maybe that'll help Salisbury's goal kicking.
Maybe just a little bit. Just need to maybe aim a little bit more to the left. Sumbris with an opportunity decides to kick towards the close side for us, and it goes right back into the hands of Salisbury. Nice mark taken by Sonneman. It's at a decent angle to work with here. Salisbury has some players just set up on that goal line, but they're pretty much going to allow Sonneman to try and kick this one off the right foot. Looks to be pretty good. It doesn't quite have the distance.
Oh,
Salisbury's calling it, and it has gone through, at least according to the goal umpire. So Sonneman with a goal here for Salisbury just brings them that little bit closer.
That was a great kick.
Get another look here, and Sumbris's past couple of kicks just been unfortunate for her. Had 2 Adelaide Uni players set up, but it goes right into Sonneman's hands, and as you can see, goal umpire, that was a pretty close one, but goes in favour of Salisbury. Some good luck in their favour. So slowly drifting that little bit closer here.
Yeah, they're starting to win these contested balls around the contest.
They tap now with Adelaide University. Now they're going to try and bring this one back. They don't want Salisbury to win this quarter. They are showing a little bit more fight at the moment. Short kick towards the target and able to find it. Nice mark taken by Georgia Taylor right out in front.
Yeah, and that was a great front and centre grab there by Von Berto, and a quick kick around the corner, and Georgia Taylor, even though she's still fairly young, she's been playing for a long time and a very experienced player.
All set up pretty much from right out in front. Pretty shallow angle, and that will just go right through. So Salisbury finally looked like they had some form going about them, and Adelaide University in the span of about 15 seconds have just taken away that goal.
Yeah, that was a very quick reply, and just that fast ball movement that they had in the first half, and Salisbury just can't match that.
Yeah, for what Adelaide Uni, they've been able to set up quite a few goal scoring opportunities within about a couple of minutes or so. For Salisbury, it's taken 5-6 minutes for them to be able to really start setting up nice inside their forward 50, and it's just allowed Adelaide University to get those quick transfers out from the ruck. Just get that good ball movement out of the midfield. And maybe Salisbury an opportunity to do it the same way. Nice tackle from Adelaide University, but they're just able to get the clearance out. Nice kick by Monique Hollick. Just going to find Adelaide University players right now. Just allows them a bit of space here. You're seeing a little bit more fight from Salisbury. O'Brien's kick, not going to quite be accurate enough. Going to fall a little bit short under pressure. Kick's going to go through for a goal. As that, I believe, was Shannon Murphy being taken to ground, and off the ground kicks it through the uprights. So some aggressive goal kicking here, back and forth over the past couple of minutes. As we get another look at it here. How that went through, I have no idea.
No, that was a great bit of play there by Murphy. And pretty good effort here by Collie. She wasn't too far away from banging that through for a behind.
Just some good luck going in Salisbury's favour right now. With just about 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, but now we've got a little bit more of a game here as we're in the second half.
Yeah, great fight back here by Salisbury, and they'll just want to finish this last 4 minutes off and try and sneak another goal in.
A tap from Burns, going right into Salisbury's hands.
When they can stop Adelaide Uni running the ball quickly from the midfield stoppage, Salisbury in with a chance.
Yeah, Salisbury looks like almost a completely different team out there right now in the work rate that they've been able to put forward so far in this quarter. They've got some big positives to look at so far. They just need a little bit more of this to go in their favour. Free kick's going to go to Nicole Mark.
Yeah, and she's having a pretty good quarter as well, Nicole Mark back there. She's won quite a few of those 50-50 contests.
So deep inside Adelaide Uni territory. Searching for a target, able to find it. Nice mark taken by Monique Hollick. Just shows what she's been able to do so far in this game. Has spent quite a bit of time in the midfield up forward and now up back for Salisbury.
Yeah, she's a really hard worker, Monique Hollick, and she's given them a bit of spark this quarter.
And currently, Gunlar tries to get this one. Does get it. Nice tackle to ground. Look to be O'Day. Eventually the ball does spill out. Fenton tried to get that one, didn't quite get the kind bounce for her. Now it's going to be Adelaide University's kick, and it's going to go through for a goal. Another one, Stephanie Walker gets a nice setup, and the ball looked to be a bit of a grubber along the ground, and just fortunately for them goes through the uprights.
Yeah, and she just hit that contest with speed and broke that line and finished really well.
Yeah, a bit of a toe poke along the ground, but wasn't touched by anyone, went through pretty cleanly. You think Salisbury, they've just started to get something going, and now it's a more 50-50, but Adelaide University, they've built up that advantage that they had in the first half. So while it has been much more of an even quarter, still 23 points in favour of Adelaide University.
Yeah, an important last couple of minutes here for Salisbury to stay in the game.
If they can get another goal here, you'd think that they would have won the quarter.
Yeah, and they give themselves the chance for the last quarter too.
Yeah, here we go yet again with Paige Allen showing that pace. Decides to go for a big kick towards the inside 50. Currently O'Brien after it as well. Same thing with Solomon. Solomon's handball to O'Brien. Trying to find a short target and does so successfully. Nice mark taken. Look to be Culhane yet again. Just missed on the last one. But right out in front. And the kick through. That's as simple as you like. Another goal here for Salisbury. It's been back and forth so far over the past 5 minutes or so. Plenty of goal scoring action.
Yeah, the premiership quarter, the third quarter.
Yeah, this is definitely more of the even contest we expected coming into this game. Salisbury, I don't know what they did during that halftime break, but as I said, they have come out as a completely different team. Just been able to find those targets on the clock to be able to get something across the line, but plenty of that pace that they've shown so far in this game. Couldn't quite get it going out of that midfield, as we are now at three-quarter time. As you can see, 5-6 to Salisbury, 8-5 to Adelaide Uni, but a much more even quarter there. You'd think Salisbury, I think they probably won that third quarter.
Yeah, I think so. They definitely came out with a little bit of fight that quarter and won those contested balls. They won a lot more out of the middle as well. They're still not making it easy for themselves inside their 50, but at least they're creating the chances this quarter.
And I think that's the most important part, creating those chances, because as I said, in the first half, they had probably 4 or so scoring opportunities that, unfortunately for them, they scored about 1 goal 3, 1 goal 4. Now they're starting to put the goals on the board. They're starting to find that direction that they needed in front of goal, and things getting a little bit more interesting as Adelaide University almost put another goal on the board. with about 30 seconds out of the ruck. But that shows how dangerous they are if they're able to get that clean ruck. So right now, Adelaide University 53 to Salisbury's 36. We've got more of a game on our hands here with really Salisbury's ball use has been so much more effective than what they're able to do in the first half. As I mentioned, the talk at half time, the game plan they've come up with starting to pay dividends now. They just need to potentially do that again in the fourth quarter and really try and stifle what Adelaide Uni's been able to do.
Yeah, and sometimes that's the hard part is keeping that momentum after you get a break here at three-quarter time. So that'll be the challenge for Salisbury. And for Adelaide Uni, it's just continuing what they're doing and keep working hard, trying to win those clearances again like they were in the first half and trying to get that ball down into their 50 really quick. Because that's when they've scored every time, is when they've got that really quick ball movement inside their 50, and Salisbury just don't have the answer.
So three-quarter time, Salisbury 5-6-36 to Adelaide Uni's 8-5-53. A much more even third quarter than probably what we expected considering the first half of this game, but Salisbury doing an absolutely fantastic job in just putting themselves back in the conversation. Adelaide University, still a very quality side. So now, of course, with what Adelaide University's been able to do, and they've still got the skills that they saw in the first half, but now they're not exactly catching Salisbury off guard with a lot of that ball movement as well. They didn't have as many forward 50 entries. I mean, Salisbury, they've been pretty used to what they've been doing defensively because they've had to deal with it pretty much for that first half, but now things are starting to be a little bit more even. So hopefully heading into this fourth quarter, Adelaide Uni still with the advantage at the moment, but you're looking at only about a 3-goal buffer for them right now, and that's definitely achievable for Salisbury to be able to get, especially at their home ground. Yeah,
well, they kicked 4 goals in that third quarter, so it's definitely achievable for them, and they'll probably have to kick at least 4 goals to win the game, because you would think Adelaide Uni won't go scoreless.
Of course, the game plan for Adelaide Uni, probably not a whole lot of changes. You can see Salisbury there, still just a little bit behind, but definitely they'll have some more confidence about them here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and hopefully, they're pretty confident after that very good third quarter where they kicked 4 goals, and I think Adelaide Uni, they kicked 3 maybe?
Yeah, well, they were
2.
With Adelaide Uni, I think, they scored about 2, and then Salisbury put on, I think, about 3. So they're just able to get at least the scoring benefit so far in that third quarter. So it's still with the advantage that Adelaide University built in that first half. They're still in the driver's seat at the moment. At least, you've got Solomon who's winning a little bit more out of the ruck as well, and the midfield from Salisbury just looking a little bit more lively.
Yeah, the other person that Salisbury are without today is Caitlin Rosenzweig, who's their key forward, who's probably kicked the majority of their goals this year. She's away with Allies, so they're doing pretty well to have that comeback in that quarter and without their main goal kicker up there.
Yeah, the forward line's been pretty good for Salisbury so far, and just being able to have that separation. It's just been getting the ball to them that has been the issue. But now we're seeing a little bit more sort of action out of the midfield and some cleaner ball skills as well that we saw from Adelaide Uni in the first half. Now things are a little bit more even, and we're 20 minutes away from what could be potentially a very thrilling finish.
Yeah, that's right, and Paige Allen had a great quarter in that third quarter, providing them with that run and carry that we know that she brings, and just need another one of those out of her, I think, and keep getting that ball in deep inside their 50.
So 20 minutes away from finding the winner of this game. Both these teams well in the thick of it in the middle of the ladder for the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Championship. But who will take out the chocolates? Bit of a neutral tap here at the moment. Salisbury have possession, but not going to move it very far.
And this is good for Salisbury. They want the repeat stoppage so that they can sort of win that ugly ball. They don't want to let Adelaide Uni get the easy stoppage.
Yeah, Day tried to pick that one up. It's taken the ground. We'll get the free kick though. Kick by O'Day. Going to find a short target on that far side wing. Kick towards the contest. Fittridge's kick just spilling out the back. You think you'd probably give at least Salisbury a bit of an advantage here in relation to these sorts of contests. Out the middle, I think Adelaide Uni has the run that they really need to put some dangerous scoring on the board. But Salisbury, at least Sonneman over the past 20 or so minutes, I'd really say that third quarter was probably won the majority of the taps.
Yep, and there's another one, but it went straight to Uni.
And yet again, kick is going to be pretty far out. Just allows Salisbury an opportunity here. Adelaide University have regained possession, kicks it towards the goal, and it's going to drift right yet again. Something about these goalposts, they're just drifting a bit to the right.
Yeah, most of the points at this end have all been to the right. Pretty interesting.
So Salisbury setting up out back. Kick's going to drop a little bit short now. It's under immediate pressure, allows Adelaide University to at least get one up forward. Kick along the ground, going to be a bit of a tough one. It's going to be tapped through for a behind as Walker's kick just didn't quite have the lucky bounce that she needed.
That one might be in the dribble files tonight on bounce.
So a second opportunity here for Salisbury. Does find the intended target. High searching kick. Trying to get it out towards Murphy. Murphy's kick. Really much of one. Holding the ball was called from the crowd. Not going to get the call here. An opportunity here for Allen. Under pressure. Decides to kick it right in front of us. Can't get the clean mark and just going to be taken out of bounds. Fortunately, Madison Freeman just couldn't quite hold on to that one.
I think they'll take that though. They're in that pretty tight spot back there. They'll take the 20 metres and a stoppage.
And this with Sonneman. Tap going to spill out the back. Currently Adelaide University, Kay's handball off to a one-on-one contest. Nice mark taken. Yet again from Von Bertuch. Decides to kick towards the middle. Able to get it over the hands. Unfortunately, no mark taken from Walker. Has to jump on this one.
That was a really good kick by Roberto, but just not quite marked. Spilled it.
It's just those sorts of situations. Adelaide Uni could have an opportunity to potentially put this game away.
Yeah, you'd think that Salisbury would need to score the first goal here to give themselves a chance.
Sonneman's tap. Go yet again. Salisbury just need to try and get this ball out. They really need a clearance here. As I said, they need that first goal on the board. Adelaide University, McKay's kick looks to go pretty far. Does go right into Salisbury's hands though. Luckily a good mark there just to take that pressure off. Now they're going to try and find a couple of short targets. Marked by Nicole Mark. And just some numbers just streaming up for the time being.
Good work rate there by Woods.
And I think this is what they need to do. They don't need to go for those big kicks. They just need to be able to get those shorter options. And a beautiful mark taken for Adelaide University. Nice mark taken on Ebony O'Day.
Yeah, that was a great mark there.
Kick, unfortunately, going to go right back into the hands of Salisbury. Oh, back and forth it goes. Adelaide University now trying to get that one. Kick going to go right back to Salisbury, back and forth. Got a bit of ping pong going on over here.
That was a great kick there into Fry.
And what can Fry do? Potential right back in Adelaide's hands, and no, it is going to go tapped out over the line.
Bit of a rectangle drill going on just before.
Just a bit, we get another look at that beautiful mark by O'Day. So still within Adelaide Uni territory, but Salisbury made it a lot more even. Whistle blown and a free kick to Adelaide Uni. Just that undisciplined play just costing them here. Gibson had a couple of free kicks so far, generally from inside the 50, trying to get that ball a little bit closer. Sonneman just able to spoil this one. High towering kick right by us, 2-on-1 competition. Fenton tried to get that one. Berry jumps on top of it.
could have been higher there around her neck.
No call from the umpire. A quick play on here. Solomon's tap just puts it a little bit further towards the middle of the ground. Salisbury just showing so much more life here in this second half.
Come on, Salisbury!
And McKay's tap, but does lose the footing at the same time. Nice tackle from Salisbury. Just able to regain possession. Soombrus' handball looks to be pretty good. Kick out by Cavallaro. And right back into the hands of Salisbury. Kick from Pavlovich. Searching for a target. Paige Allen was involved, but nicely taken again by O'Day. Definitely keeping herself in the conversation with a lot of these contests.
Yeah, it was a fantastic mark back with the flight.
There's finally a whistle blown. So Solomon does get the tap. High one there, unintentional, but free kick to Salisbury. And they're just going to try and bomb it long to the 50. Now with Paige Allen yet again, she's got a target up forward. The kick looks to be pretty good and a nice mark taken. They're going to try and immediately play on back towards the middle of the 50, towards the goal square. Can't quite find a clean target. Going to have to try and get this one through on their own. Potential here, bit of a double tackle. Ball does come out. Kick is going to go right to Adelaide University and just allows them here the opportunity to clear this one out. Unfortunate there for Salisbury. Just missing that final link that they needed to get one over, and now it just gives them an opportunity towards the middle of the ground. An exciting game so far. Plowman now gets the free kick. Kicks to a contest. Sonneman, that one's a bit high. No free kick for Adelaide Uni. And now Rachel King tries to go for that kick, falling a little bit short. There's Sonneman. No one really challenging her at the moment. A bit of potential here from Adelaide Uni. Some run that we haven't seen for a little while. Gets it back towards, shading towards their part of the ground. Gunlark's kick looks to be drifting towards the line, and it is going to go out. At least right now, we're seeing from Salisbury, they're not afraid to really get themselves involved. Adelaide University just stopping them at that final point.
Yeah, the entries inside 50 probably just haven't quite hit their targets, which is the difference really between the two teams.
Yeah, we saw that last entry from Paige Allen. Kick was on point, but just couldn't get the mark that they needed. Probably a bit of decision making that just didn't go in their favour. Mark is going to be paid. And Matilda Zander got some options up forward, but they're a fair distance away. Going to try and find a shorter option. Here again is Paige Allen with that pace. Shifting towards the other side of the ground under pressure. Able to get the kick off though. Going to be a tough one. Nice mark taken here. Just allows Kayla Edwards an opportunity. A couple of Uni players towards the middle of the ground, but looks like she's going to search towards the close side. Fenton can't quite get the clean mark, but does get the kick off. And really, it is a game at this point of who's going to get the first goal of this quarter. Salisbury needs the opportunity to get something across. They're about 3 goals behind. McKay taken to ground.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good contest this quarter. No one can quite break the shackles yet.
O'Day involved quite a bit in this quarter.
Yeah, she's really stood up this quarter for Adelaide Uni, taking a few really good marks.
I think with the marks that she was involved in, if those ball spills out, it's probably definite goals for Salisbury.
Yep.
A free kick to McKay. Decides to go for the big boot towards the 50. And nice mark taken. Kimberly Fry, another Salisbury player who's been heavily involved in this game.
Yeah, she's done pretty well. She's, I think she's only 16 or 17. Played with Central's Talent Shield team, so she's done pretty well today.
And we're seeing Salisbury, they're crashing the pack as well, which we didn't see a lot from them in the first half. They're willing to put their bodies on the line as Walker with the kick across the face of goal, and it's going to go through. As it is Adelaide University get the first goal on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that makes it really tough now for Salisbury. They'd have to answer straight away from this clearance, I reckon, to stay in the game.
As we're now just about at the halfway point of the fourth quarter, they're just starting to run out of time. It's been very even so far, but yeah, they need to get some goals on the board and pretty quickly.
And Walker's been pretty good. She's got good pace up in that forward line and broken the lines a few times, and that time gets the goods.
Well, we reset back towards the middle. So Sonneman and McCabe in a very good ruck competition so far. So McCabe able to get the tap this time. Goes right into Salisbury's hands though. These kicks just, unfortunately for them, haven't quite had enough on them. Edwards gets taken to ground. See whistle being blown, and I think that might be in favour of Adelaide University.
Yeah, Murphy, I think, dragged down there.
The ball is going a little bit further away, so to kick it back towards just by the 50 line.
Salisbury probably want to move it along a bit if they want to try and stay in this game.
Yeah, so free kick to Salisbury. Shannon Murphy. So really this is the opportunity. Gets it off to Paige Allen, who's able to get a handball off under pressure. Bit of a weird kick off the boot, but a nice mark taken for Salisbury. Another one by Shaylee O'Brien.
Yeah, that was a nice mark there from the banana kick.
It was a bit of a strange kick there. It was from Danielle Woods. Didn't think that one was necessarily going to be on target, but a nice mark taken from right out in front. We said Salisbury, they needed a goal here just to keep themselves in the conversation. And the kick is going to go through. Almost drifting to the right a little bit, but Salisbury, they do respond here in a minute or so.
Yeah, get another quick one and then you never know.
Stranger things have happened in footy. But at least here we're seeing a very different Salisbury side. It's just if they were able to keep this up over the four quarters, we could be talking about a completely different game. It's just been that advantage that Adelaide Uni were able to pull out as they scored, I think, 4 straight at the start of the game, just to give themselves that buffer that they need. And so far, this is where it's paying dividends. Salisbury have really woken up here in the second half.
Yeah, that's right. You just can't allow a team to get off to a start of 4 goals to nil. You know how low scoring most of these women's games are.
Yeah, well, that's definitely been the outlier here. Both these teams putting plenty of points on the board. An absolutely fantastic game so far. A bit of a neutral tap that goes in favour of Salisbury. Yet again with Murphy, able to get out, taking the ground. Looks to be down here. So maybe hit her head. It looks like Murphy's up after just a little bit slow. McKay with a big tap out. And again with Walker. And Fittridge caught underneath that as well. And really for Adelaide Uni, all they need to do is to really wind down this clock. They just need to get the ball towards the left side of the field and really just boot it long. Salisbury, of course, they're the ones that need to put everything into action. Ball luckily going to go in their favour. Kicks towards a one-on-one contest. O'Brien there. It's going to go a little bit long. Allows Adelaide University just to clear this one out. No pressure on Salisbury here to do something. And again with Allen. Kick under a lot of pressure here. at least in this quarter, hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities to get that run going that she's known for. Sumbridge is going to try and switch towards this close side wing.
Yeah, they'll just try and keep possession here, you would think.
Nice mark taken, and Burns. And really, yeah, they just need to find those shorter options and just maintain possession. All's going to fall a little bit short of Fittridge. Here's Murphy yet again under pressure, able to get the kick out. Doesn't go particularly far, under pressure yet again. Almost the mark taken. Just couldn't quite get it on the second opportunity. Does get the free kick though. Van Riel tries to kick towards O'Day, who does get the mark. It's not going to be paid in this case.
Well, that's unfortunate. I thought that was...
It didn't look like it came off anyone else. Solomon gets the tap along the ground. Potential another opportunity here for O'Day. I think Salisbury there able to just get these tackles out. Solomon's kick drifting a little bit towards the left side. Under pressure here, you can tell Salisbury they just need something along the line. They need at least 3 goals to be able to make this interesting. Of course, we're down to just about the final 3 minutes as well.
Yeah, O'Brien just needed to keep her feet there because it was a 3-on-1.
And as you said, really for Adelaide University, they just need to maintain possession and really boot the ball along and just negate a lot of that territory gain.
Yeah, and they'll be happy with as many stoppages as possible as well.
Yeah, milk the clock time for them for Salisbury. I think they just may be falling a day late and $1 short. Like the fight that they have put up here in the second half, there's got to be a lot of positives for them so far, and what they've been able to do just in an effort category, and of course their ball skills in the second half were much improved. Just need to get it going a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that's right. They can't afford that slow start. But it has been really good to see the fight back by Salisbury, and they're not far off this game.
A lot of territory gain here for Adelaide University. Able to get it all the way to their 50. Just allows Salisbury the chance to regain possession, kick it back towards the middle of the field. Can't quite get the mark. Nice tackle from Adelaide University, Nicole Colley.
It's called high, unfortunately.
It's a nice tackle. Just, yeah, it's just that little bit high because she had to duck to try and get that regain possession. And Salisbury just trying to bomb it long and hope that they can get something that's going to go through. Maybe another one just a little bit high.
That's just that little undisciplined things that Salisbury's done a fair bit today. Just those little in the backs or the highs. They've just given away quite a few easy free kicks.
Tries to kick it towards McKay's in a 2-on-1. Nice mark taken. Hollick's kick just going to be a little bit short. O'Brien under pressure from 2. So we're now down to about a minute here in the fourth quarter. Okay, you can see winding up on that one. Big hit.
Almost as good as a kick, that one.
Just about shows what she's able to do with her hands. Why she's in that ruck contest. Able to really get those punches out and just negate a lot of that gain.
Yeah, and that's because Sonoman's not in the ruck at the moment, so she's playing on a smaller player and just really using her strong body.
A free kick is going to go in favour of Salisbury. Nicely spoiled. Some good tackling here as well from Salisbury, just able to stop Adelaide University from getting that run.
Unlucky there for Freeman. She made the mistake, didn't quite get off the mark, made a good tackle and didn't get the holding the ball.
McKay's tap just slowly moving it up towards midfield. Adelaide University taking this one as there is the final siren in what has been a very, very good game of football, but Adelaide University taking out the road win here against Salisbury. Final score 61-42, and really that second half of football, that's some of the best football we've seen this season.
Yeah, that was just great contested footy. Salisbury really pegged back Adelaide Uni in that second half. They didn't allow them that free-flowing football that they played in the first quarter, especially the first quarter where they got off to that flyer. And that's really what cost Salisbury in the end, just like you said before, that 4-goal head start. And you look at the 19-point defeat there, so without that 4-goal head start it would have been a lot closer game.
Yeah, and that second half just so good from both teams, but Adelaide University just got that buffer out, which just was a little bit too much for Salisbury to finally overcome. But as the final score is 6-6-42, so Adelaide Uni's 9-7-61. For Adelaide University next week, taking on the top team in the comp, Morphettville Park. That is on Sunday, 2:50 University Oval. Other games we have Fitzroy and Christie's Beach next week at Fitzroy Sports Club. That's at 3, and also Port Adelaide versus Salisbury, also at 3 o'clock local time. So you think for Adelaide University, important for them to take out this game and going against the hottest team in the competition in Morphettville Park. Going to be doing it at their home ground as well. I think maybe potential upset there, at least at this point right now. Adelaide University with some red hot form against some good teams, and Morphettville Park, of course, we've seen what they've been able to do this year. I think that's probably going to be the game of the round next week.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be a cracking game, and if I wasn't potentially playing, I would definitely be wanting to watch that one.
And of course, as I said, for Salisbury taking on Port Adelaide, who, as I said, they're a team that has slowly rounding into form over the course of this season, and I wouldn't count them out either. Salisbury definitely proved to be a strong team in those final 2 quarters. They just need to put it together for those 4, and potential there for them to get a rebound victory against Port Adelaide, but that should be a very good game as well. So at least some good games on the schedule for round 11.
Yeah, absolutely. Even Fitzroy versus Christie's, they're both still trying to stay in touch with the top 4.
Well, final score here from us, Salisbury 6-6-42, Adelaide Uni 9-7-61 here at Salisbury Oval. My name has been Fraser Fife. Emma Sampson joining me. Emma, thank you for joining me on this fantastic broadcast on this Sunday afternoon. We will be back next week, and until then, have a fantastic week, a fantastic weekend of sport, and we'll catch you then.